Long before the arrival of the internet and television, people would attend trade fairs to witness advancements in technology. These exhibitions showcased various industries such as automotive, household appliances, and even unfamiliar technologies that piqued the curiosity of the average person. The GM Parade of Progress was a unique exhibition that traversed North American nations, capturing the attention of all who encountered it. The Parade of Progress aimed to bring the experience of GM science and technology exhibit at the 1933 Chicago World's Fair to urban and rural communities across the country. Prior to this initiative, the fair was the only means for people to explore these technological marvels. Charles Franklin Kettering, a renowned inventor and engineer associated with groundbreaking innovations like the first electric starter motor, leaded gasoline, and the two-stroke diesel-electric powertrain developed by GM for over 50 years, conceived the idea of showcasing these advancements to ordinary individuals nationwide. Kettering discussed the concept with other key figures within the company, including board chairman Alfred P. Sloan and PR vice president Paul Garrett, both of whom embraced the idea. The preparations for this endeavor spanned most of 1934 and 1935. The objective extended beyond simply displaying fascinating inventions. It aimed to provide entertainment and respite to citizens weary from the effects of the Great Depression. The Parade of Progress emerged as a non-commercial, educational, and entertaining roadshow designed to foster a closer connection between General Motors and the American people. While trade fairs are typically stationary, GM sought to create a traveling exhibition that would tour the entire nation. The question arose how they accomplished this. With the assistance of Harley Earl, General Motors developed a fleet of custom-made trucks featuring a distinctive Art Deco streamlined style, adorned in red bodywork with white roofs. The driver's cabin was elevated high above the ground, featuring a central driver's seat accessed by a spiral stairway. The inaugural Parade of Progress commenced in February 1936 in Lakeland, Florida, and embarked on an extraordinary journey, covering over 1 million miles and visiting 251 towns. The exhibition extended its reach beyond the United States, venturing into Canada, Mexico, and even Cuba. More than 12 million people had the opportunity to witness this remarkable show as the convoy of magnificent red and white Futurliners, supported by 32 accompanying vehicles, captured the attention of all. The exhibition was manned by a team of 50 to 60 college graduates who were well prepared to answer any inquiries posed by the curious attendees. Each Futurliner was accompanied by a large tent and an information kiosk, creating a self-contained stage, complete with a deployable light tower that showcased specific subjects of interest. Each vehicle had a unique name and offered a distinct display, featuring technologies such as jet engines, diesel engines, agriculture, traffic engineering, stereo 3D sound, microwave ovens, and television. One could aptly describe it as a science circus, a captivating demonstration of the latest industrial research aimed at enhancing the lives of ordinary individuals. The chassis, featuring twin wheels per corner, both in the front and rear, was constructed by the Yellow Truck and Coach Company, under the supervision of Harley Earl, who oversaw the design. The dimensions of the Futurliner were 33 by 8 feet, with a height of 11.5 feet. It had a wheelbase of nearly 21 feet and weighed a total of 30,000 pounds. Fisher-Body was responsible for assembling the vehicles, while GM provided the powertrain. The early models were equipped with a two-stroke Detroit Diesel 471 engine, featuring a straight 4 layout with a displacement of 4.7 liters. This non-turbocharged unit generated 155 horsepower at 2100 rpm with a torque of 407 pound-feet at 1600 rpm. Later models, produced from 1953 to 1956, were powered by the GMC 4-main bearing engine, boasting 6 square ratio cylinders and a displacement of 4.9 liters. Originally designed for military use, it delivered 160 horsepower at 3600 rpm and a torque of 268 pound-feet. Additionally, the Futurliners featured the first mass-produced automatic transmission, the Hydromatic. The later models of the Futurliners were produced for a subsequent series of tours between 1953 and 1956. Early tours were interrupted by the outbreak of the World War II and specifically the Pearl Harbor attack that took place 2 months after the second tour in 1941. In total, 12 trucks were manufactured, but unfortunately one of them was involved in a crash and declared a total loss during the 1956 tour. This year marked the final iteration of the period of progress. As the rising popularity of television, one of the technologies promoted by the Futurliners played a role in its conclusion. Dave Kindig, the owner, president and designer of Kindig Design, aptly describes the Futurliners as 35 pounds of history. He explains that if individuals were unable to attend the World's Fair, General Motors might bring the experience to their town, setting up the Grand Futurliner, and families would gather to explore the array of technologies on display. Behind the gleaming panels of those Futurliners are wonders to behold: mechanical, electrical, and chemical exhibits that will amaze, amuse, and entertain millions in the month ahead. Among the original 12 Futurliners produced, 9 of them still exist today. Notably, in 2015, Futurliner number 11, which served as the display for the March of Tools exhibit, was sold at auction for an impressive $4 million.